It's another hurricane, but it's not another hurricane. The arrow points at a huge body of commodity shipping, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's not just that. I mean, also a huge amount of agriculture on land as well. I mean, I didn't actually know this. I'm ashamed to confess, but North Carolina is the biggest turkey-producing state in the US. That's directly in line. I think what's unusual about this one, I mean, apart from the strength, which is now a Category 5, nudging towards a Category 5, still about 10 miles away, 10 miles an hour away from that, is that it's a direct hit. So normally with these hurricanes, you get a glancing blow as it comes up the coast. This is unusual in that it's going straight for the coast. So things to watch out for. Yes, obviously the wind speed, but also the storm surge and just total chaos afterwards, because it's going to be very, very difficult to contain this.
What have we learned? You've been on the watch on this, Stuart, for hurricane after hurricane after hurricane. Are we getting any better at this within our business community, or is it the same old rhythm each hurricane?
No, we are definitely getting better. I mean, not only in terms of predicting it and thinking about how it's going to hit and thinking about our response to it, but also in terms of local businesses. I mean, yes, this doesn't happen very often. The last one on this scale was probably about 30 years ago, although, again, we've got 2-3 days before it hits the coast. Many, many things could change. But how do you deal with something this big? You know, it is a very, very difficult question to answer, and it's very difficult to get absolutely right. It's very unpredictable, and it's going to be very, very damaging.
And Stuart, of course, for our Bloomberg users, you can also follow the storm, typing in HURR GO, Hurricane GO. Give me a sense whether a storm like this, Stuart, typically actually causes an increase in fuel purchases, and so whether that kind of also leads to a fairly dramatic spike up for fuel prices in the lead up. Yeah,
absolutely. And not only that, but after the event, trying to get supplies into the region is going to be a real challenge. Again, we'll see what the damage is to the roads and to the infrastructure in general. But yeah, they compound each other. I mean, not just that, food as well. You know, it's going to be very difficult to get stuff into that region for at least a few days.
How difficult is it to understand the impact on retail demand? So again, does it take a couple of days after it's hit to understand exactly what the consequences are, or can you do it quicker?
No, I mean, I think that's right. At the moment, you would expect people to be stocking up on things like water and food and, you know, basic medical care and so on and so forth. The long-term impact, to some extent, is going to be driven by what happens to the local economy. You know, which again you would tend to think would be negative, but you know, maybe there are some bright spots in there too.